I think they've just been getting away with a lot of things that they shouldn't have been getting away with lah. Like they're lucky. I would say they are very, very lucky.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Futbol Kaki. I am your host Elder and I am joined by my fellow Kaki bro, Paul. Paul, how you doing, brother?
I'm okay, brother. Just very busy. Busy!
Same. Also a bit like you know, you ever get a feeling right where you're just like tired, but you don't know why you're tired, but you're just tired.
I think everybody will know that feeling one way or another.
But okay lah. I mean, it's interesting because semi-finals, we're here already, right? But on a side note, right? Do you see all the reactions when England won the penalty shootout? Like everywhere, it's quite funny. It's like Wimbledon was interrupted halfway. Then at Silverstone, they were doing the Mercedes conference, right? Then suddenly everywhere just stopped.
Yeah. Then they were George and Hamilton were watching on the stage or something, right?
Correct. Then like even like with Football Fever, right? Like at Silverstone, they were doing this like penalty shootout with the drivers. Okay. So like who are like George took a penalty. Yeah. The Piastri, Lando took a penalty, then the two Ferrari drivers took a penalty with the two Alpine drivers also.
Okay, I didn't really see that, but I only saw the signs. He scored the Rabona penalty.
He scored the Rabona penalty. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, that's quite funny.
I think, was it Leclerc?
Against Leclerc, yeah.
I remember it was against Leclerc. That one quite funny. Then the Ocon and Gasly tried to do the 1-2, right? Then Gasly misplaced the pass, the ball go wide. Super funny.
Yeah, all in the spirit of the Euros, right?
Yeah, dude, Football Fever is because all of them, right, technically all their teams, aside from like Monaco, right, who didn't make it, right, they're inside. Because Sainz is Spain, they're true. France is like Gasly and Esteban Ocon. Then after that, Max is around, but Max didn't participate. Like, then of course you got England. So like, it's interesting because I think right, like for both of us, the semi-final played out how we predicted the semi-finals to play out.
Except England.
Except England, correct.
Yeah.
But the performances are not what we expected. Even at the start of the tournament, right, when we did our original predictions, right, like, okay, you can guess Spain will be there. Initially, you probably thought it would be Germany or somebody, or maybe Italy. Then you go France, okay, expected champions. Netherlands, maybe. England, I don't know how they got there. So this semi-final, right, please, everybody, right, get the understanding, right. The only team that played well is Spain.
And Netherlands.
Netherlands are better than France and England.
Yes. I said Netherlands just had a rocky group stage, but after that, they're okay.
Correct.
So like they won 3-0, I think. Yeah, that's why.
Right. They beat Turkey 2-1.
Yeah, 3-0 at quarterfinal and round of 16. Then now yesterday they beat Turkey 2-1.
Yeah, so 5 goals in 2 games, which is good. But Spain is probably the best team like in form. I think France we're gonna rant a bit later. England, I don't understand. Then Netherlands is the only team. So it's like ideally, right? Like even though we pick France to win, right? The final should be, if it's just based on form, Spain, Netherlands.
Yeah, should like just on like basic sensing, right? It should be Spain versus Netherlands.
Correct. So okay, so I think, right, bro, you ready to get into this?
Let's do it.
All right. So today, what we are going to talk about, we're going to talk about the four quarterfinal games. So of course, we are going to review our predictions. Just a reminder, we did not predict the Romania-Netherlands game because at the time of our previous recording, the game hadn't been played yet. But we will go through the Spain-Germany, England-Switzerland, Portugal-France, Netherlands games today. Then, of course, we will look at the Spain, France, and England-Netherlands semi-finals. Then, of course, we will make our predictions and see who actually gets through to the final. Bro, you ready?
Let's go, bro.
All right, so let's start off with England. Just get this out of the way first. We predicted, you predicted more or less like it was going to be a draw 1-1 with Switzerland, which
exact score,
it happened.
Yeah, that's right.
And it went to penalties, which it happened. Just and not the same direction that you wanted to, because in past history, in past tournaments, England has always gone knocked out in the quarterfinals by penalties. So the fact that England had scored all 5 penalties, right, is a surprise to me. But I do say this I will say this The fact that I feel the reason why it got easier for England, right, was because Akanji missed the first penalty.
Yeah. Your first penalty is always how you will dictate how you are playing in the penalty shootout.
Correct.
Because the moment you miss the first one, you're playing catch up already.
Correct.
Yeah, if you score, then it's like, okay, it boils down to each penalty taker after that.
Correct.
Because England is the first taker, right? By the end of the third shot, right, they are leading 2-0 already.
Yeah. So it's like, I would rather miss my penalty if, let's say, you were to miss, right? It is easier or better to miss the penalty, right, in the third shot is the safest. Second or third shot.
Maybe first penalty also can. Like the clean penalty shootout, right? You miss first, it's maybe still acceptable.
Not when you're trailing, right?
Not when you're trailing. You shouldn't. Yeah, you can never miss when you're trailing, bro.
Correct. Because if you miss when you're trailing, right, basically you're relying on your goalkeeper the whole way through already.
Yep.
And the thing is, the sad thing to me, right, is that Jan Sommer is not a bad goalkeeper.
It was a horrible penalty that Akanji took, lah.
Yeah, but the penalty that Akanji took, right, is inexcusable, bro. It's like if people just fall down to his left, people save already.
No, it's if you want to be the first if you want to take a penalty like that, you shouldn't be the first taker. Like maybe fourth or fifth, still understandable, right?
Correct.
And like that, I felt that Shaqiri or Fabian Schär should have taken first. I mean, Switzerland's first two taker were centre backs,
which don't make sense.
Yeah, but usually the first taker is because they volunteer, they want to be the first taker, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think they have only themselves to blame for that.
Okay, then the question, right, would be like, if you're the manager, right, and if you're playing penalty shootout, right, wouldn't it be better to assign the penalty taker?
No, I don't think you should assign. You should never assign. Because if you assign, right, there are going to be people that are not, what you call that, they're not willing to be that. I'm not willing to be the first taker, you know. So usually for penalty shootout, I feel that in a consensus way, right, the players should volunteer to take.
Because they are the ones
with the least,
the moment.
With the least obligations, you know. Because the moment if you miss or anything, you can straight away point fingers at him. Oh, the manager asked me to take first, that's why. Yeah, that kind of thing, you know. But if you volunteer and then you miss, right, you're accountable, ma.
Yeah, that is true. But it still doesn't excuse the fact that England were poor.
Bro, it should never have gone to penalty shootout. But I would say they played better than the Slovenia game.
But it's still not.
No, they shouldn't even have qualified for this like quarterfinal. It boils down to another thing is England super lucky lah.
Yeah lah, which is
why like that also can go to semi-final.
Which is why today's episode is called England Survive Again. Honestly, right, like they were behind for about 5 minutes and Bolo scores.
Yep.
Due to me too, is predominantly just like really honestly, right, just bad defending lah. Like really just bad defending. Because the first goal, right, like I'm looking at it now, it's just a cross, right, that nobody picks up, a deflection, and then it's a tap in.
Yeah, plus if the goal didn't go in, right, it would be a clear cut penalty because Walker was dragging the Embolo down.
Correct. Then for Saka's equalizer, right, it's just a very like the EPL style goal. It's like I'm just gonna try.
The nobody closed down. Yeah, nobody closed down. Yeah, in time, right? Yeah.
The nobody closed down. I'm just gonna try my luck. I'm just gonna shoot. Then hopefully the ball just goes into the net.
Yeah, which he did, right?
Which he did lah. But I mean, like, even if you were to sum it up in parts, right? Because I don't think we're gonna go too heavy in depth with this, right? Because we got a lot to cover, right? Like England over Switzerland, right? You would say Switzerland deserve to go through over England, right?
Yeah, bro. I totally agree. It's like you have to rely on penalties to save you. Then I think it's a bit
tricky lah.
Yeah. Plus, England is complacent lah. The fact that Gareth Southgate played the same formation again, when everybody touted that they will play the back three with Trippier and Saka as the wing backs.
Yep.
Then when they started the game, right, it's same thing, bro. Back four, Declan Rice, Mainu, which is okay, but
he's just conservative.
What do you mean?
Means that he's not willing to take a risk.
No, he believes his way of management will work. Doesn't matter how many games he takes. Yeah, it's stubbornness. If it's like 5 games already, and then you are still not performing at the level you're supposed to be, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is not a 38 game league, bro, where you can take your time to find your form. You need to.
So comes down to it, right? Basically, yeah. If we were to talk about the thing, I think let's move on to Netherlands, then we link it back to England again, right? So if you were to go to Netherlands, right? Netherlands beat Turkey 2-1. Netherlands overall, right? Like as you were discussing earlier, they are in the current semi-finalists, right? Among the 4, right? They are literally the second best performing team in comparison to Spain, lah. Let's say everybody knows that overall Spain is still the number 1 team currently in terms of form, lah. Do England stand a chance or not? Or should it be that Netherlands should go through?
I was going to wrap up with England, right? It's like the only reason why they can get so far, right?
Yeah,
is because they never face Spain, Italy, Portugal, France, Belgium, Netherlands yet. They just got the luck of the draw. It's really luck of the draw.
Correct. Okay, if they had played on the other side of the draw.
Bro, if they had played like a Germany, they're out already. By now, it's out already, yeah.
So if
I would never say like France or Spain. It's like a Germany or maybe even Portugal, right? Yeah, they would have been out already.
So if they had played on the other side of the draw, meaning
I think the last 16 out already.
Confirm they out already, right?
Confirm.
In France's side.
Yeah, if they play against Belgium, maybe penalties or something like that. Yeah, but if they play against Germany, Portugal, France, Spain, out already. Instant. Yeah.
So now this is their real challenge already. It's like Netherlands is...
It's the tough game.
Correct. And Netherlands, right, honestly, their team defensively, right, they can handle England without a doubt. I am confident. In terms of
they've been really leaky. They've been a bit leaky, but 5 goals in 2 games is, I think, is a good stat, bro.
Correct. 5 goals in 2 games, right? Comparatively to 2 goals in 2 games. Let's say, for example, if you just talk right
2 goals when
right?
trailing.
Correct. Plus, the thing that people need to realize, people need to understand, right, is that England have played 240 minutes in the last 2 games. Netherlands have only played 180.
180. Yeah.
So there's 1 hour more of football that England have to play. England, do they have the legs or not? That's another question.
They have the depth for sure. It's just
but he's going to play the same lineup.
Yeah, he's going to play the same lineup. He's going to be stubborn. He's going to play the players that ought to be playing. He's going to play the same tactics. He's going to be the same approach.
And once I do think, right, like I don't know what you think, right? But once Netherlands get hold of the ball, it's slightly harder for England.
No, it's like England, even no matter what opponent, right, they just can't score. No, they just can't win the game. No matter who's the opponent. If you're playing against Slovenia, you're playing against Switzerland, right? 2 teams that you ought to be like brushing aside, right?
Correct.
You play extra time and 1 like penalty with these 2 teams, yeah.
Correct, oh.
It's ridiculous,
No, it's like, and you really just calculate, right? And you think about it, right? Like, I won't say much about Netherlands because I do think that Netherlands generally they went through. They left it late, even though they gave up the first goal, right? They still scored 2, right? Be it another 1 goal from in the tournament and be having a header lah. A win is a win, 2-1 in normal time, right? That saves your legs, especially in a tournament. England, right? One is you cannot score is one thing. 2 is that if you cannot score, but you got no idea how to score and you no idea what to do, then like that, I won't have the amount of confidence I have of them going to the final.
Yeah. I think they've just been getting away with a lot of things that they shouldn't have been getting away with. Like they're lucky. I would say they are very, very lucky. They survive, like what you said, like survive again, right?
Okay, not only survive again, it's like actually literally survive again. It's like they don't play to win it, it's like you play to survive it.
Yeah, they're not even like trying to win the tournament. They're just surviving.
Yes, correct. It's like, oh, okay, I need to survive this game, then I will nick it. I'll nick it one way or another.
You want to play to win the tournament, right? It's like what Spain is doing now. They are playing to win the tournament. And maybe France, I also don't know what they're doing. But then I would say, England is the worst out of all these 4.
Then Netherlands, what's your comment?
Netherlands, I do think that it's because they had a very weird group like draw. Yeah. They won 1, draw 1, lost 1. Okay. So maybe the game that against Austria, maybe they were lucky to didn't face Austria again in the quarterfinals. Yeah.
Yep.
If they had faced Austria, I think it'll be
probably
get knocked out. There's a chance of them getting knocked out again. But I do feel that Netherlands, right, they are not as potent in attack. Like they're not scary in attack. Like it's not like Van Nistelrooy, Van Persie, Schneider, Robben, all this,
But defensively,
they've been leaky also. You get what I mean? Like they always concede once in a while. But like what you said, I think Netherlands. I'm confident Netherlands can get a job done against England. This is where the luck runs out for England. I feel.
No, it's like for example, like both teams are not great, but if you were to look at overall performance, right, you cannot say that England performed better than Netherlands.
Yeah.
You just cannot.
No way. Nobody's been saying England has been playing well.
Correct. Yeah. So it's like even we can say, okay, Netherlands have been leaking goals, right? But in terms of overall performance, right, they can score goals.
Yep.
And they have been better in terms of overall performance in comparison to England.
Yep.
So it's like, even as a fan, right, you would have more confidence in Netherlands beating England than you have England beating Netherlands. So yeah.
Or another case of whereby England gets lucky again and goes to like another penalty shot.
Okay, if it goes to penalties, right, then what's your thought? This is not your prediction. I'm just asking you a question.
Yeah, I know. But Netherlands, they don't really have a lot of like experienced penalty takers. Yes. Because De Jong's not there.
Yep.
A few players are not there. So maybe England is good because they have like players that are good on the ball. Like
yep.
I think the Trent penalty was nice yesterday. Yeah, but I always say that at the end of the day, it's 50-50 when it comes to penalties. And it depends on which side they're taking and who shoots first. I think it's a very big factor. Because yesterday's penalty was England's side.
Yeah.
And England get the shot. England took the penalty first.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So if England shoot first but it's on Netherlands side, and Netherlands maybe have an advantage. But the thing is that
I always think that the other team will have whoever plays England in penalty shootout will always have a slight edge.
Correct. Because I don't know how good Verbruggen is at saving penalties.
Who's their reserve keeper? Is it Tim Krul again?
No, Krul's not here.
If not, Usually Wenger will do what, the 119 minute, right?
They
make the keeper swap, yeah. Yeah.
With that, right? Question. What's your prediction?
For which game? England, Netherlands.
England, Netherlands.
Draw again. It's either extra time or penalty shootout. I would say I will go with a penalty shootout again.
Okay.
1-1, full time
Okay.
draw, and then Netherlands to advance.
Okay.
Just kind of, I believe I'll get it right this time.
You just copy paste your previous game, England's game result.
That's right.
Okay, for me, right, I think I'm just gonna copy paste my previous result also. I'm just gonna go like Netherlands 1-0 England, beating England.
Okay.
I feel like the reason why I say this is because England's not gonna run out.
Yeah, I think this is what you and I are consensus on.
Yeah. No, because honestly,
will run out, bro.
Because honestly, okay, against the previous game, right? It was Slovakia, right?
Slovakia or Slovenia? Slovakia, right?
Slovenia. No, Slovenia was in Slovenia was our own group.
Oh, yeah. Slovakia, yeah, correct. Slovakia.
Yeah, Slovakia. So Slovakia, right? Equalizer late. Switzerland equalizer late. I don't think that they will be able to do the same thing.
Slovakia was equalizer late.
Yeah, then
lucky that Slovakia had no depth left. Switzerland was equalized late and lucky enough to win a penalty shootout.
Yep. Even if it goes to extra time, right? I still think like Netherlands will nick it before the end of the because just literally because right, Netherlands got legs, and the rest of the England team is not playing well. So that is our prediction for the Netherlands and England's game. Now moving on to the other team. To me, right, the most atrocious team in this entire tournament, and the reason is
Alele Blues.
Very simple. You have reached the semi-final without scoring a single goal from open play. I do not understand this simple hand of comprehension. How do you reach a semi-final without scoring a single goal from open play with this amount of talent that you have on your team?
You need to be good at two things. One, you need to be good at defending. Second one is you just need to be good at taking penalties. Right, it's true. Mbappe's goal also came from a penalty, right? Like open play.
I don't get it. Like, let's just, I don't get this. Like I really don't get this. You can concede goals, or you can do whatever you need to get to advance, right? But how do you get to a semi-final without scoring a single goal from open play? Their
only open play goal was forced by a deflection own goal, right?
Yes, but that doesn't even count because it's not scored by a French player.
Yeah, but it was caused by them. Like Kolo Muani took a shot,
Correct.
Yeah. But it still didn't count as an open play goal. I just counted as an open play own goal. Right.
Correct. And in that particular instance, right, like I don't understand this. Like still nothing.
Yeah, it was. I think first game how did they beat Austria? Penalty. They draw with Poland with a Mbappe penalty. Oh, it was an own goal. I think. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's see. Okay, so what they did? Austria was an own goal.
Okay, then 0-0 with Netherlands.
0-0 Netherlands.
Then one penalty from Mbappe.
Mbappe. Own goal
against Belgium.
Goal against Belgium.
Then penalty shootout against Portugal. So they have just proven you don't need to score a goal. You don't need to score a proper goal. You can just score penalties and rely on goals.
Robbery, this thing. To me, like if this happened in the Champions League, right, like everybody will just flip out.
No, but the thing is, right, when they played Portugal, right, they didn't seem like they were going to lose. It was more of like, I don't think Portugal can win this game. Like when I watch, honestly, when I touch my heart, because as much as I want France to win because of my prediction, right, my heart tells me that I want Portugal to win because I want to see Ronaldo lift another trophy. But throughout the game, right, I just don't see how Portugal can beat France.
No, which is precisely the reason why the not scoring a single goal from open play makes no sense. Because the thing is, if you were to really look at just Portugal and France, right, like Portugal, they've advanced to a point, right, but they've not been playing great. Like honestly, great, or to an extent where, like, if let's say for example, how good they were in other tournaments when they won the Nations Cup or when they were playing like decently well.
Yep.
Or that period when they were advancing through the thing. Currently, the Portugal form, right, they're not good. Like really, they're not good. Like in the knockouts.
Yeah, knockouts. Yeah, correct.
In the knockouts, they are really not good. So going into the France game, right, Portugal weren't great. So
technically, they only played one knockout game. Because after that, you immediately play France already.
Correct. So the thing is that in the knockouts, right, even though they play one knockout game, right, they playing against Slovenia, it wasn't easy for them. It was more or less like, okay, if they were really that good, right, they would have beaten Slovenia quite easily. But they had to go all the way to penalties. Right?
Yep.
They play against France, right? If France had been firing on all cylinders, right, like they did in last year's World Cup, right, this game would have ended already. So the thing is that this to me felt more like France playing poorly, compounded with the fact that Portugal weren't living up to the expectations that many people have of them.
Yeah.
So,
but it's not just like one. I feel that a lot of the Martinez's decisions were bad. You don't play who they should be playing also. They don't play enough. They don't play Jota enough. They don't play Pedro Neto enough.
Yep.
So apart from Ronaldo, who's going to get you the goal? João Felix.
Basically, he's going to rely on like those stuff of like, I'm going to get Rafael, try to get Rafael Leal or everything. But even though everybody knows that Diogo Jota, Pedro Neto, right, they are more impactful.
Yeah. But just on the France and Portugal game, right, that Nuno Mendes had that one chance to win the game in extra time. One chance, yeah. And he fluffed it, yeah.
He absolutely fluffed it. So it's like what we say lah. Whether or not they do well or whether or not they play to according to what the strength is, right? Like France shouldn't even put themselves in a position where penalties had to be the answer.
Yep, I agree. And the fact that just before penalties they stopped Mbappe out.
Yeah.
That's the level of like arrogance or that ego you can afford.
which is like funny is because like they could have just done everything on their own without having to worry. But you have to go to penalties just to be Portugal.
Yeah, it does seem like something when is off with this France team. Which I do feel that they should just play Griezmann down as a attacking midfielder instead of him at the wing. Yeah, at the wing like imbalances a lot of things.
No, because they're playing 4-3-3. I think they should just revert to 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, like the 2018 World Cup, right?
Yeah. Because currently they are 4-3-3, right? Like even remember we were having this conversation like last week. The midfield, right?
It's too defensive.
It's too defensive.
Kante and Tuchemani, right?
Correct. This game, according to formations, right, they played 4-3-1-2. So they were technically like playing Mbappe and Kolo Muani up front with Griezmann falling in behind. But then they played the Camavinga, Tchouameni and Kante. The problem I have with this, right, is that basically you are relying solely on one primary playmaker with no ability to be able to cancel out. If let's say Griezmann doesn't perform according to this thing, right, then you have a very big hole and a problem. Which to me doesn't make sense because if let's say it was, from what I understand, what I see, right, I would remove Camavinga. I will play Tchouameni and Kante as CDM. I will play Griezmann and Cam. Then after your left side, right, probably you will just see whether you can put you play Dembele. You play Dembele
he
on
brought
one
Dembele
side.
in later. Yep.
Then you play either Kolo Muani or Mbappe the other side, right? Then you play Marcus Thuram in the middle. If you really wanted to do that.
No, I feel that Mbappe cannot play striker. Mbappe got to play wing.
You got to play left wing.
Yeah, got to play left wing, yeah. So whenever those times they played in the middle, right, it's like really less than useless.
Correct. Like very like, I don't know what to say lah. So if the fact that you cannot,
yeah, but it's just like somehow when I watch France, I know they will not lose. It's just that feeling that's the certainty that I get,
Correct.
When I watch France, right? Okay lah, they will not lose on. I more or less they will go through against Portugal.
We've always said before, like, okay, this one we've always been condemning the France attack, right? France defense, no problem. Like really no problem. Like very little goals conceded throughout the tournament, right? But now they walk into Spain. Spain, right, like, honestly, probably are the best informed team and attacking team in this entire Euros.
And now, like, current favorites to win the
Correct.
Euros.
Which is something that we honestly did not expect. The only thing is that Carvajal is suspended because of a red card. So they will probably have to play another right back. I think they can play one. They can play Nacho.
Yep, I think Nacho.
They'll probably play Nacho at right back. Defensive,
but it's the worst position. It's the worst time to get suspended. You're right back against Mbappe.
You
by right, you need your best
have Carvajal at right back.
You need your best right back.
Then you have Nacho at right back. Honestly, like even though Nacho is fine, but just that having Carvajal at right back is a very, 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 very big thing. But now, right, Spain are the best goal scoring team in this entire tournament. They've knocked out Germany, the host. Toni Kroos has played his last official game. Could have gotten sent off, Mr. Tony Cruz.
Yeah, could have. I think the referee was too kind to him.
Yeah.
Too
Could have
kind.
gotten sent off. Cucurella could have gotten a handball given to them. In the end,
I felt it should have been given.
Bro,
my opinion.
His hand is right here. His hand is like here. Like next to his body. Like the gap is like...
Yeah.
I cannot let the camera cannot think already.
It came from he was closing in. So it was justified lah. Like he was trying to keep his hands close, yeah.
It's like this position, like somewhere along that line.
But it's just that you feel undone because it was a shot on target. It's
Yeah,
definitely going in. Yeah. If it's like balloon shot, then sure lah, no problem.
No, it was curving into the corner.
Yeah, it was going in. That's the thing. Yeah, but it's the case where the referee make a stand. Then okay, then at least it's what us fans we understand.
Yep. So
it's justified.
It's justifiable, but come down to it, let's just if you take this on France, right? Spain and France, even though we put France as the winners of this tournament, right, in our predictions, right? Spain got a chance, right? Or Spain even have a bigger advantage?
In terms, let me just compare it by midfield, right? Then Spain definitely dominates midfield. But the only thing is, right, there's a lot of players not available in Spain. Like Pedri is not playing. Carvajal is not playing.
Yeah.
I think a few other players also not playing. Morata also, I think, is suspended, I think. If I'm not wrong. I have to double check, but then...
No, Morata is okay. So the teams that got yellow card is... The player that got yellow card is Unai Simon, Lenormand, Rodri, Ruiz. So I do not know if Rodri is suspended.
Yeah, I think should be okay lah. Right. I think only just Carvajal, right? Carvajal and Lenormand, lah. So there are two starting players are out there.
It's basically the entire right side.
So they have to put in another... So it's guaranteed that Nacho has to play. But you have to find another centre back. Maybe they can play Grimaldo. I'm not very sure, yeah.
No, they have to see lah. Either that or they have to revive
Jesus Navas. I think they play Navas right back, then Nacho centre back.
Maybe, yeah.
Yep.
Because they have to do something right, either way. Because not having this defense, I also feel like you can't discount the fact that France attack is still France attack.
Yep.
So if they've been playing badly, right, maybe one day suddenly everything just works.
It's like maybe Deschamps is like, okay, you all had enough already. Like, we are in the semi-final, please wake up,
Yeah. I've given you enough time or something like that already. Then suddenly they attack, then Spain have a problem.
Yep.
Because honestly, if they were to play each other, right, and you were to compare everything side by side, France's defense is better than Spain's defense.
Yep.
France's attack is still better than Spain's attack. The problem is that Spain's attack has been firing all cylinders, France's attack has not been firing all cylinders. So if let's say France attack wakes up and France's defense stay as per normal, right? Like what they've been doing, they should win. But Spain is, if let's say for example, France attack still is horrible, Spain just need one chance. That's essentially what they need. They just need one chance. So, like, what are your thoughts?
Thoughts or predictions?
Thoughts on Spain. Then I ask you for your prediction.
Bro, I just feel Spain just need to do what they're doing now, which is work. Yeah, it's proven to work already in this tournament. The only difference is, I do feel that they have to be very careful because Carvajal and Lenormand is not there.
Yep.
Imagine Rodri gets another yellow card now. He will essentially miss the final. But that's a bit too far to think. I just feel that Nico Williams and Yamal just do what they're doing now. I think they have a chance for sure. You cannot rule it out.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. What we've discussed, right? What's your prediction?
Draw. Draw, then someone win in extra time.
Oh, so you're not going to penalties lah?
Yeah. I would say draw and then.
Okay, the question now I got a problem, right? Is that who am I sticking to my guns or not? Because both of us predicted France, ma.
No, I don't think you need to. You should factor that inside. I just do feel that based on logistically and realistically, I think it will be a draw in full time.
Okay, but who's winning in extra time?
France.
Hey, after all that, they say stick to your guns. You also think France will win.
Okay, wait. I say France win on penalty.
Okay, so
draw all the way, then France win. Yeah, score
okay, so
maybe
what's the score?
0-0. Bro, is this Euros is not high scoring Euros.
It's not lah, but
okay, so 0-0 France win on penalties.
Okay, that's your prediction.
Yep.
Wow.
Espana, bro, Espana.
My heart says Spain. My head says France.
Go by stats,
I know, but stats also will let you down. Because France defensively, they are very good. 1-1. France win on penalties. Before we finish off, that's our predictions already. Before we finish off this episode, right? What on our prediction score, where do we currently stand?
Okay, so our previous prediction was the round of 16. So we predicted everything. It was 30-25 as of the round of 16. So our quarter-final predictions was France versus Portugal. I said 1-1. Eldet said 0-0. So you get 2 points for that. And 3 points because France went in through penalties, right?
Yep.
So I'll just get 1 because I predicted France to go through penalties also.
Yep.
So 1 for me, 3 for you. For Germany, Spain, I predicted 0-0. You predicted 2-1 Spain. 2-1 Germany.
Opposite direction.
Yeah. So I get just based on the draw in full time. Then I'll get 0 points. Because I did 1-1. I did say 0-0 Germany to qualify.
Yep.
And then lastly, England versus Switzerland. I said 1-1. Switzerland to advance on penalties. Predicted 0-0. So I get based on accurate score.
Yep. So where do we stand overall?
2-0, right? Because both of us got it wrong on the penalties prediction. So as we stand, it's 34-28. Back to a 6-point gap.
Okay, we're not that far apart.
Not that far apart, bro. You just need really two games accurate score. You'll be back in it already.
But confirm, right? Our golden boot all wrong already.
As of now, I'm winning. I'm winning you. I picked Harry Kane, bro. Mbappe only one, bro. Harry Kane 2.
Harry Kane 2, right?
Yeah.
But the goal number wrong lah.
Goal number wrong. Confirm wrong. Unless Harry Kane hat-trick or something.
Okay, can. Alright, so that is it for this week's episode of the Futbol Kaki. Alright, so that is it for this week's episode of the Futbol Kaki, brought to you by the Chit Podcast Network. Now, for those of you who are tuning in, we just want to say thank you, and we hope that you continue to support the Futbol Kaki, the Chit Podcast Network, and of course our other shows here, which of course are the Kopi Bros every Wednesday currently at the moment, where we talk about different topics and have fun while we do it. Of course, currently because of the Euro coverage, we are supposed to release the episode every Wednesday for the Kopi Bros, but we will be reverting back to our regular time slot after the Euros. So it means that Kopi Bros will revert back to Monday, Futbol Kaki will revert back to Wednesday. But for current moment, Futbol Kaki will be releasing an episode this week on Monday, which is actually, of course, today. So then, of course, we do have our flagship game show every Friday, the SG Draft Podcast, where we come together and draft about different topics and have fun while we do it. Everybody from the Chit Chatter is, of course, involved. Me and Paul have won our drafts before. And, of course, it's very interactive because if you have watched our episode before, you know that there is a very interactive portion where you can actually go to Instagram and vote for your favorite team after watching the draft. So do keep a lookout for that. Friday, voting is every Friday, 12 o'clock, ends on a Saturday at 11:59 p.m. So from everybody here at the Chit Podcast Network, we just want to say thank you. If you have not liked and subscribed to our channel, please do so. And if you have, please ask your friends to subscribe to our channel and allow us to grow bigger and create better content for you. So from me and Paul, from everybody here at the Futbol Kaki, we just want to say thank you. Have a great week ahead. The Euros are coming to a close. EPL is coming back. We will talk about the EPL very soon. But for now, let's focus on the Euros. So have a great week ahead. Bye-bye.